Most people are waiting for one big moment to change their life. A promotion, a lucky break, or a sudden burst of motivation that finally makes everything click. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Extraordinary lives are almost never built in big moments. They're built quietly, in the small, boring, repeatable things you do when no one is watching. The gap between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's a handful of habits, practiced so consistently that they eventually become who you are. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 18 of them. Some will sound simple. A few might even sound obvious. But if you actually apply them, they will quietly rewire your entire life. So stay with me till the end, because habit number 18 is the one that ties everything together. Before we start, one quick idea you need to understand. Every habit works like a seed. On the day you plant it, nothing visible happens. A week later, still nothing. And this is exactly where most people quit, because they don't see instant results. But habits don't reward you on day one. They reward you on day 100. The people living extraordinary lives simply refuse to quit during the invisible phase. That's the whole secret. So as I go through this list, don't ask, will this change my life today? Ask, who will this make me in a year? Let's begin. Habit 1. Win the first hour of your day. How you start your morning sets the tone for everything after it. When you wake up and immediately reach for your phone, you hand control of your mind to everyone else before you've even claimed it for yourself. Extraordinary people protect their first hour. No noise, no notifications, just intention. Habit 2. Do the hardest thing first. There's a task you're avoiding right now. You know exactly what it is. The habit that changes everything is simple. Do that thing first, before it grows heavier in your mind. When you conquer the hardest task early, the rest of the day feels easy in comparison. Habit 3. Show up on the days you don't feel like it. Motivation is a nice bonus, but it's an unreliable friend. It disappears exactly when you need it most. The people who build extraordinary lives learn to act without waiting to feel ready. Discipline is simply showing up when motivation doesn't. Habit 4. Keep your promises to yourself. Every time you say you'll do something and then don't, you quietly teach your brain that your word means nothing. But every promise you keep, even a tiny one, builds self-trust. And self-trust is the foundation of confidence. Habit 5. Read a little every single day. You don't need to finish 50 books a year, just 10 pages a day. That's around 15 books a year while everyone else scrolls. Reading quietly fills your mind with ideas, perspectives, and tools most people never touch. Habit 6. Guard your attention like it's money. Your attention is the most valuable currency you own, and the entire world is competing to steal it. Where your attention goes, your life goes. Protect it, and you protect your future. Habit 7. Learn to sit with discomfort. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Cold showers, hard workouts, awkward conversations. Small doses of discomfort make you mentally tougher. The more comfortable you get with being uncomfortable, the more unstoppable you become. Habit 8. Speak kindly to yourself. The voice inside your head talks to you more than anyone else ever will. If that voice is cruel, no external success will ever feel like enough. Extraordinary people learn to become their own biggest supporter, not their harshest critic. Habit 9. Move your body daily. You don't need to become an athlete, just move. A walk, a stretch, 20 minutes of effort. Your body and your mind are connected. When you take care of one, you strengthen the other. Habit 10. Choose your circle carefully. You slowly become the average of the people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with people who push you higher, not those who pull you back. Sometimes the biggest upgrade to your life is simply changing the room you sit in. Habit 11. Finish what you start. Unfinished tasks quietly drain your energy in the background. Every project you leave incomplete becomes a small weight on your mind. Build the habit of following through. It's rarer than you think, and it makes you stand out. Habit 12. Delay gratification. The ability to wait for something better is a superpower. Skip the impulse purchase, the instant reward, the shortcut. When you learn to trade short-term comfort for long-term reward, you win almost automatically. Habit 13. Reflect before you sleep. Take 2 minutes at night to ask, what went well today? What could I do better tomorrow? This small habit turns every single day into a lesson instead of just another blur that passes by. Habit 14. Say no without guilt. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that matters. People who protect their time and energy build extraordinary lives because they stop spending themselves on things that don't move them forward. Habit 15. Focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking feels productive, but it quietly destroys your depth and quality. When you give one task your full attention, you do it faster and far better. Single tasking is a lost art and a powerful advantage. Habit 16. Manage your money with intention. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep in control. Spend less than you make. Save quietly. Invest patiently. Financial calm gives you the freedom to make bigger choices in life. Habit 17. Practice gratitude on purpose. It's easy to focus on what's missing and ignore what you already have. But a grateful mind notices opportunities, an anxious mind walks straight past. Gratitude doesn't just feel good, it changes what you're able to see. Habit 18. Become 1% better and never stop. This is the one that ties everything together. You don't need to transform overnight, you just need to improve by 1% consistently. 1% seems like nothing on any given day, but compounded over months and years, it builds a version of you that today feels impossible. So there you have it, 18 habits that quietly turn an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Notice something? Not a single one of them requires talent. Not one requires luck, money, or perfect conditions. Every single habit is a choice available to you right now, today. You don't have to start all 18 at once. In fact, please don't. Pick just one, the one that hit you the hardest while you were watching. Master that single habit for the next 30 days, and then come back for the next. Because remember, extraordinary lives aren't built in loud, dramatic moments. They're built quietly, one small habit at a time, on the ordinary days when nobody is watching. If even one of these habits made you stop and think, do me a small favor, hit that subscribe button, because I share ideas like this every week to help you build the life you actually want. And tell me in the comments, which habit are you starting first? I read every single one. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and start small, starting today.